Well, the good news is I went as a guest speaker actually to a Reform Party summer bash with the county councillors that had won from Lancashire. So because I've been helping them with the social media, I was invited to their buffet and a get together to get to know everyone. It was a good turnout, about 150 people I'd say. And they don't come to listen to me. Poor sods, my husband can't believe anyone pays to actually listen to me. It was a fundraising thing. So obviously I don't take a fee. So I went to this thing and you know what? I tried my level best to look around that room and find some far right people and I couldn't see any. I couldn't come across one that would say, yeah, you're far right, you are. No, I saw hairdressers, saw a couple of childminders, a teacher, obviously county councillors because they'd just won. A lot of self-employed business owners from engineering factories to people who sell cars, different walks of life, retired people worried about the pensions, worried about the grandkids, who were just getting together trying to make a difference. And you know what? It was bloody refreshing to be around people who thought like me, where my thought process isn't thought of as obtuse. But I can assure you we're not full of what you'd call far-right people. And I think, to be honest, I think Nigel Farage is reading the room really well because he's obviously preparing for government. This has gone beyond just campaigning now. This is preparing for government from their point of view. And the critical mass is to get all the disenfranchised Tory voters who are, we shouldn't really call them Tories because now I see that as an insult, Conservative and Tory are two different things. Tories are a party. Conservatives are people who want people to have a decent opportunity, who believe in democracy and capitalism. Don't confuse capitalism with corporatism. Capitalism allows your hairdresser and your one-man band plumber to be the best they can be, or your restaurant owner or your pub landlord. They can do things to be the best they can be. That's capitalism. You capitalise on what you've got. Corporate capitalism is the dangerous thing. That's your BlackRock. That's people that are dangerous like Bill Gates. They're corporatists. Anyway, back to the night out. It was really refreshing. I can't believe they actually auctioned a waistcoat off because I'd signed it. And they got 80 quid for it. I couldn't believe it. I was really embarrassed doing it. And then somebody brought a MAGA hat up. Would I sign that? So I did. I was quite flattered actually, and it was really nice to be thought well of for a change instead of all bloody shit I get on Twitter. I've got a group of people now who think I'm a shill because I sided with Lucy Connolly. They think she isn't real. They think she's a psyops and I'm part of it. Who can who can think I'm a psyops and part of some bloody major, I don't know, whatever they think they are. We're all part of it. Dan Wotton, Alison Pearson, it's this psyop, she doesn't really exist, so that we take to the streets and we go barmy and then they can bring in martial law. That's the essence of it. I'm not saying that's not off the cards, mind you, but to think I'm included in something like that when I've never made one post ever in my life asking people to go and take to the streets, it's the one thing I tell people not to do. My ideal would be everybody goes quiet, nobody talks about politics, just get through the next 4 years the best you can and then come out, surprise, and everybody vote for reform and knock Keir Starmer down the street, boot him out with his stuff, with cat under your arm, waving bye-bye to him. Go on, Keir, sod off, we've had enough of you. That'd be my ideal, not having to keep doing things all the time, but nevertheless all this activism, even just talking to people in the street is activism. And it does make a difference because you don't have to talk to people who have joined Reform. I mean, these were Reform Party members that were at this too. But the girl behind the bar wasn't a Reform Party member and she said, I'm bloody sick of Keir Starmer. She said it's first time, she's only a young lass, first time she ever knew who bloody leader of the country was. They don't know who Kemi is. They haven't a clue when you talk to other people. In fact, one woman said, who's Kenny? Kenny who? I said, not Kenny, Kemi. Kemi with an And they don't even know. They're that disinterested in politics. But don't you worry about them. These people are just as fed up as you and me, and they'll come out. They'll come out come the time. They'll be like Brexit again, and they'll all vote him out. and there's only one face they'll recognise whether other people like it or not. And even if they have started another party, they haven't done it in time. There's a lot of work to do, as Scylla would say. A lot. Anyway, it was really good to see, face-to-face people that I've talked to online, and, to think that they're thinking I've made a difference. And the other thing I really liked, a lot of them said that I kept them going with my funny posts. So that's good, especially when I go on about the weather. Because I like to do these weather reports. They're rude, they're really rude. Sometimes I put them on comments on here. So yeah, I would like to thank everybody for supporting me. When I say supporting me, just listening to me, really, because that does stop me from thinking I'm bonkers, because I see all this going on, and I report on it. And the great thing is, the people watching me on YouTube, you're a completely different crowd to the people on Facebook and the other crowd on Twitter. It's amazing. So there's all these people coming together all the time, and that really is a force to be reckoned with. I don't mean just my followers. I mean, if it's happening to me, it's happening everywhere else, isn't it? So I'm not too worried about the result of the next election. I just want to make sure we get one, that this bloody clown doesn't come up with some idiotic thought process before then. Boris Johnson today on... sickening man. I can't believe I trusted my Brexit with him, if you know what I mean. Boris Johnson. Today we celebrate great... This is him. Today we celebrate great people who want nothing more than to live in peace and security with their own international recognised borders. Ukrainians are fighting for their own freedom and independence. That is why they will win. That is why Putin will fail. Glory to Ukraine. Is he a bit simple? Does he have learning difficulties, Boris Johnson? Didn't he scup at peace, second peace talks, Minsk Accord 2? They could have had peace 2 years ago. And they just want, what do they want? Security and internationally recognised borders. Hello? We want that. We're looking forward to a bit of that. Anyway, the thing is, I think I found what cross-channel dinghies are. I think I found them. I know where they are. You've got to remember, this is being this is him at Brit Awards. What's he called? Sam Smith. Who's in a relationship with himself. In my day, they used to call that a hand job. Sam Smith. That's being presented to us as normal. What a time to be alive.